Record. Yo, welcome, Ricklast Wanderers. This is Robert, and this is the beginning of Heist, and we just made it to maps. We are level 71 on a chieftain that, based on its name, supposed to be basically a Blazing Salvo chieftain, because the promotional video of Blazing Salvo looked kind of pretty dope, and I thought it would go really nice and be pretty similar to how I could build my Blade Vortex chieftain, which was my original plan. If you remember my last video, I guess I said I wanted to play something safe and try it and test it, and yeah, apparently this did not quite happen. Dude, why are you not dying? It's not cool of you. Yeah, so started leveling, started meleeing. The melee stuff felt really bad, and obviously as Marauder you don't really get to your spells until Act 3. And I'm playing in Ziggy's League, and I'm playing with a few buddies, so they could move over some spells, and I switched to Fireball in, I think, Act 3 or 4. Flameball, Fireball, tried that whole stuff out, and that felt definitely better than the melee stuff, because I didn't have to worry so much about my weapons, and tried to switch between Fireball and Blazing Salvo and also Blade Vortex back and forth. And out of all of them, Blade Vortex actually felt the worst due to the lack of AoE I had in the very beginning. And yeah, just the gear not being optimized for it, because I sort of prioritized fire damage, and I didn't have the Fist of Fire Ascendancy as a very first. So that felt kind of janky. So yeah, then I stuck basically to Fireball, because Blazing Salvo felt like hitting mobs with a wet noodle. And yeah, really happy how it turned out. Heists were quite a struggle in the beginning, not just because of the bugs, but also because I couldn't really have a strategy for the doors. The chieftain is kind of slow, and especially in the beginning, you don't really have spell casting passives that help you out with damage. So basically the leveling process was slow and painful until I discovered Sniper's Mark. Oh my god. Sniper's Mark is such an amazing skill for this. I was originally leveling this entire thing with GMP, or with LMP more or less, which obviously is a damage penalty. And then I found out, hey, they changed Fork. Fork doesn't have a damage penalty anymore when you level up the gem a bunch. So that was kind of nice. But then I also found out that Sniper's Mark is not just for bosses pretty neat, but also, oh my god, I need to remember to do this. But also, it can help you out pretty great in the mobbing situation, because your original Fireball will split into, now at level 17, it's 4 additional projectiles, and if you use that together with Fork, because of the projectile order, splitting occurs before Fork, and there's no damage penalty for the split projectiles. So basically, the Fireball splits with full power. It then seeks out targets, so that's another thing. It just doesn't. Fork splits in random directions, but the Sniper's Mark split basically happens towards the next mobs. So you will always have you will always be hitting mobs when you hit the marked target, and then the projectiles will fork. So in the end, if I actually manage to land a shot with Sniper's Mark, which is kind of hard because Fireball is a slow-moving projectile, then you see what's happening here on screen, and that is all the projectiles fanning out, and sometimes due to the prolif effect as well, I can actually kill things like 3 screens away. So the clearing potential of this build is pretty amazing. Bossing, not so much. I still need to switch over from Fork to Swift Affliction and then forget to turn on the thing. Not forget to turn on the thing. And then I'm going through my rotation here. I have Incinerate setup with Cast While Channeling. I have... in that, I have Wave of Conviction and Purifying Flame, so that I also can get some regen from it, and I can lower the resistances of the boss pretty high. So basically, my rotation there is always mark the target with Sniper's Mark, shoot an additional Fireball. Then if it's a boss, obviously I put down Wall of Flame. Wall of Flame I also have linked with increased duration and controlled destruction, so I have a real long burn, and I can enhance the burning damage. Sometimes like white mobs or even blue mobs just die from the flame wall, so that's pretty nice as well. And yeah, if anything is still standing there, then I can still pommel them down with my channeling setup, which is quite nice. And now I must not forget that there's also a lab trial here, so I need to go back to that. So yeah, there's no path of building for this yet. The template for this, again, was Big Duck's Fireball Chieftain, but I deviated heavily from that. So my passive tree currently looks like this. The original skill tree went out this way, but I branched out here because I still thought I would play Blade Vortex, so I picked up the duration nodes here, which are actually really nice for both Flame Wall and Firewall. And then went up into this direction here. I'm just off to pick up Divine Judgment, and I have like a crappy cluster jewel for Burning Bright, which I just picked up as well a few levels ago. So that's the passive tree. That's really not fancy, and in terms of items, I was lucky to find a 5-link, and in that I have a Val Fireball with Ignite, Prolif, Combustion, Burning Damage, and for bossing, yeah, I'm using Swift Affliction, but for mobbing, I'm actually having Fork in there. So even if I don't Sniper's Mark, I still get some area coverage. And this is especially important in heists. I will do a heist, I promise. I just need to... Whoa, nice graphic glitch over there. I just need to do this trial, because this is like the third map I'm running, and this is the first trial I found, so please bear with me for that. I promise it will be quick, because it is actually also one of the nicer trials. If I can actually hit the stuff. That mark did not hit. Sniper's Mark is sometimes a bit awkward to use. I think because I animation cancel it, because I'm moving too fast. So, and then it becomes slightly awkward. But if I can get it off, and if all the projectiles behave nicely, the clearing is quite nice. Let's demonstrate it here again. Yeah, there you see. Boom. And then with Flame Wall, I basically can one-shot everything with just one cast, which is how it should be. I haven't checked what my Ignite chance is by now. I'm not using Flammability. Not quite sure how I would fit it in, because I have too many buttons to press anyway. Damn, this trial is really long. And I will go over the utility setup in just a second when I manage to get over here. There we go. And that should be it. That should clear almost the entire room. There. First trial done. Nice. So, utility. So I've spoken about these, I've spoken about Flame Ball. I also have Malevolence, and I'm using actually Blood Magic, because I tried Herald of Ash and not on top of that, and it didn't do much more. And then Sniper's Mark is linked with faster casting, because I don't have much cast speed, and this delay sometimes is pretty detrimental to staying alive, especially when you're on a map with Turbo. Let's just see, is there anything here that's good? No, let's sell that off, and we go straight into a heist, which I hope will not crash for us, but let's see. And then what else do I have? I have in Enduring Cry, Second Wind, Flame Dash. So the Enduring Cry is linked to Second Wind just to get the cooldown down, because I'm actually using Call to Arms. I might spec out of this. It's not so crucial that I have that on that there instantly. So that would be probably more survivability. I'm not sure, because I'm actually not using that on left click. What I am using on left click is Molten Shell while mapping, and while heisting I'm actually using Phase Run on the way in, because yeah, you know, stealth and stuff. And then here I have cast when damage taken, Mortal Call, and this Deadly Ailments I just level as a 6th link for the eventual Fireball 6 link once I get it. Heist, kind of cool, really cool actually. I really like the theme and everything. I really like the characters. I really like the dialogue. I'm not the biggest fan of the bugs. So yeah, last time I tried heists, I crashed like 3 times in a row, lost 3 contracts, and that was after they had fixed everything. So I just hope it gets better. I mean, the past has shown that GGG is well aware of fixing stuff a little bit later into the league. So as for the heist mechanic itself, we're gonna check the map if there's any interesting rewards. It doesn't look like it, so we're just gonna get tips here, and we're gonna only fight at doors basically, because we don't want to increase the alert level too much until we are right around here. I think this we want to check. Like if I'm not sure if there's any interesting rewards in here. Well, that made a nice sound. What was that? A 5 link. Okay. Okay. The base is kind of meh. But then we have also a is this a synthesis item? Looks like a synthesis item. So that's kind of nice, I guess. The rest, I'm not gonna check. There's another weapon chest up there. Let's see if we can get that. Let's just walk over there. Maybe not die here. This will almost raise it to the top. So actually what we're gonna do in that case is run to the end to make sure that we have a clean path. Yeah, because then we have basically access to the end. And we can just rush to it, and then now we can open the chest without worrying about the alarm, because we do have 20 seconds to get to the end. So that's kind of my weird backtracking strategy. And actually, we didn't even trigger the alarm, so we might as well open this chest. Now we triggered it, so now we should hurry. Let's open that one as well, because it's on the way. And we have plenty of time. grab this, then we switch over to Molten Shell, very important. And then, yeah, we're gonna try and stay alive and hope that we don't DC. And when things are getting too heated, we basically use, oh fuck, yeah, cannot die. This is like, cannot die, proc shield, it's like, lovely. It's like, what are you even? Okay, here we have a door. Here we can demonstrate the nice the nice perks of Proliv. It's basically you flame wall in front of the door, then put down a sniper's mark, and then just shoot through the door, and that usually kills most of the white mobs, and then you only have to deal with the rares, which is quite nice. I sort of missed it there, but that's what we have Val Fireball for. It's also the unique Grizzly. Can we kill them? Yes, we can kill them. Problem with Sniper's Mark, and it actually does fit in the name quite nicely, because you actually have to make sure that you properly snipe. Okay, there's a lot of stuff here. It's Fireball. The mobs are kind of fast here, so it's also a bit of a problem. Boom. And we have another cannot die mob. That's a bit tricky. Let's see if we can ignite Proliv, kill him. Doesn't look like it. Okay, then we just have to bail. Set off another Val Fireball before they come. And we're out. Yeah, so as you can see, it's possible. It's not like the fastest and the safest. It does involve a lot of backtracking. But hey, we get the job done. And now we can see what we got here. Yeah, this is actually a synthesized item, a one-handed sword, and a pretty meh one as well. But hey, a leveling Reaper's Pursuit, that should give me some chaos in this league. And a Valyrium. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's it for here. I will see how this character brings me over the next days. It's very fun. I'm loving the playstyle. Hoping to get Uberlap done pretty soon, and hope to get my hands on either a Searing Touch or another at least +2 staff, so I can switch over to staves, and then we'll see what happens. Thank you very much for watching, and see you soon. Bye bye.